Hello everyone, welcome to God's Word CD. So let's go to Telangana, India, where the 72nd Miss World 2025 is taking place, and we are getting closer and closer to the finale, where Miss World is going to be crowned this weekend. So who is coming with the blue crown to their respective country? I would like to see in the comment section of this very video. However, I have on my hands here my top 10 possibility of winning the Miss World crown in 2025. So as you already know, everybody is twiddling their thumbs, others are tripping over their tripods trying to put together what they predict will be the winner. But of course, there can only be one queen that will reign over all the others. Again, who is that queen? So let's start with my number 10. My number 10 is Miss World Namibia. Miss World Namibia is definitely showing up and showing off, and she is looking towards the crown this coming weekend. At number 9, Miss World Cote d'Ivoire. She came back on my list, y'all, because Miss Cote d'Ivoire, she is not only showing off and showing up, this girl is winning hearts around the world. At number 8 is Miss Puerto Rico, and I did say Miss Puerto Rico will definitely make it to my top 10 list because she is working really hard and she is deserving of the top 10 of the possible winners for this crown. At number 7, Miss Peru. As you can tell, the South American queens are showing up, y'all. Miss Peru, she is also not letting her country down and the people that are rooting for her. At number 6, who is, I think, improving very well and winning my heart, is Miss India. Miss India is definitely now showing that she is in a competition. She's kind of like said, okay, I think I got this, doing two things at the same time that are going to be of benefit to her nation, India. At number 5, we have Miss Philippines. Miss Philippines, definitely, she's also doing her thing. I mean, again, why would I be surprised that Miss Philippines is showing up? Because she is a strong sash. At number 4, who is also winning my heart, you guys, even though I have my own little thing in my jig, as you guys already know, with queens that are appointed, just like Miss Namibia was. That is Miss World Thailand. Miss World Thailand, Opal, girl, keep doing what you're doing. You are quite close to the crown yourself. And our biggest competition for South Africa at number 3 is Miss Australia. Australia, yeah, you are definitely a threat. And I now know who is going to be the 4th runner-up. Is Miss Australia, if she doesn't take the crown itself. At number 2, now these two queens, they borrow each other this spot. That is why now I've come to a conclusion that if Miss Sri Lanka at number 2 becomes Miss World, then Miss South Africa, who's number 1, will become her first runner-up. If Miss South Africa is Miss World, Miss Sri Lanka will be the first princess, or basically the first runner-up. These two are definitely each other's biggest competition, and I think the world is agreeing with that. And then I also put aside 5 other queens that could possibly be the winners of Miss World 2025. Apart from number 10, if it's not Miss Namibia, it's going to be Miss Zimbabwe. Miss Zimbabwe, guys, she is not playing games at Miss World 2025. This amazing Jongwe girl, she is like, what? I'm going to be counted amongst those that stood out during this time while we were in Telangana. At number 4, if it's not Miss Cote d'Ivoire that wins the crown or gets close to the crown in the top 10, it's definitely going to be Miss World Uganda. Miss World Uganda, she's humble, she's beautiful, she's well articulated, and she has a very beautiful story to tell with her beauty with a purpose. She's done very, very well, and she definitely caught my eye. If it's not Puerto Rico at 8, number 3 is Brazil. Brazil, who is a teacher and also wants to spread the word about education being a fundamental human right rather than a privilege. She is definitely somebody to look out for, replacing Miss Puerto Rico if this was to happen on stage this weekend. If it's not Miss Peru, I know this one is a little bit off because it goes to Europe, with Miss France sitting at number 2 of the possible girls that may win the crown, or at least closest to winning the crown. Number 1 to replace Miss World India is Miss World Vietnam. Miss World Vietnam, well, not only she's tall, she's beautiful and intelligent. The girl, she is super humble. She seems to grasp at what exactly her job is while they're at Miss World. And I know that all the other girls, they understand the assignment. And I think she's also one of the favorites of the queens there in India. Other than that, guys, that is what I have for you here. My top 10 possibilities, or let's say possibility, because there can only be one girl to the Miss World crown in 2025 at the 72nd Miss World in Telangana, India. Guys, it's getting hot. It's definitely getting hot, and I would like to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Who is the girl that should be in the top 10? Guys, I also want to say something. I know that it can get really upsetting when you're watching a video like this one and your queen is not mentioned. That is not now for you to be rude, because it's not going to change anything. These are my opinions. My opinions don't mean that I'm right, also doesn't mean that I am also wrong. So you just need to be mature about it by accepting that, okay, this is just this person's opinion. I don't understand why you get upset. The people that matter, that you should be upset at, are those that are going to be choosing the top 40, the top 20, the top 8, the winner, okay? Those are the judges. Us, we are just a small little what do you call it, blobs of flesh making opinions with our videos. So just be mature about it. That's all. Just be mature about it. Anyways, please don't leave the video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you next time with a new video. Goodbye.